What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Nate Almighty. Ladies, it's your man, Nate Almighty. Shout out to the Global Power Ambassadors, #GPA. I'm back with another power video and theory. Now, this theory right here is a theory that you're not going to hear from anyone else. So mark my words, this is the first time you will be hearing any theory of this sort. I will explain now how Elisa Marie will enter this story. She will enter Tariq's story in his spinoff, how this can/will happen, and I also will explain how she will end up falling for Brayden. Brayden will end up falling for her as well, and all the complications that will come from this, because ultimately Elisa Marie will make the decision to either just kill Tariq and still have love for Tommy, or she could end up choosing to want to kill Tommy and Tariq. I'm going to explain how she could end up getting involved with people like Effie Morales. I'm going to explain how she could be involved in drugs. I'm going to explain how she just may enter Tariq's school as a freshman while Tariq is on his way out, and all the complications that come with her getting involved with Brayden, how the perfect scenario will be created for her to run into Brayden, and it will be Tariq who unintentionally gets them to meet each other. This is going to be another banger. Without further ado, let's get to it, y'all. So, first, let's talk about how Elisa Marie can and will enter this story, okay? She could be a freshman during Tariq's final year. I know we all thought that Tariq was going to graduate, or he at least may graduate, or at least definitively drop out. Being that we've all seen the end of this series, we know that Tariq definitely did not say that he had any intentions on dropping out of school. And with him being 21 years old, and with him being or attempting to be a major drug lord, the biggest drug dealer in New York City, it will be smart for him to ultimately decide to remain in school, because it's the perfect alibi. Because if any police are looking at him, they're going to wonder, who is Tariq? Where is he getting his money from? He's going to need a cover. He's going to need to be able to hide behind some kind of other identity. And the best thing for him to do is say, I'm going to be in school. And another aspect of this school thing is that Tariq's going to be busy. He's going to have to do things. So he ultimately may have to stay in school a little bit longer, right? A little bit longer. And he can simply use the money that he's making from drugs in order to remain in school. That will mean that Elisa Marie will be around 18, and she will be able, if the writers want it that way, to enter the school as a freshman. She will ultimately run into Tariq. And mind you, this is the angle if she's in Stansfield, because I'm going to get into how course perfect and she could end up running into Tariq and Brayden intentionally or unintentionally if she involves herself with drugs and still goes to an Ivy League school. We all must remember that Joe Proctor was a very intelligent man. Joe Proctor's baby mama was a very intelligent woman who just happened to be a cokehead. So we have to know that Elisa Marie will be very intelligent, and she will be attending a very prestigious school in some kind of way. And it's very easy to make these plots connect. Now, if they don't go the Stansfield route with her being a freshman and running into Tariq in school, right? The other way that this could take now, we're going to take the Effie route. She could end up befriending Effie through Course Perfect, even if she still is in school. They can end up being friends. Effie can see her as valuable. She could not know that Effie is working with Tariq. She could bring Tariq, and that's when they first realized that, oh shit, we go to the same school. That's that effort. This still can count for the Stansfield plotline, right? But we now have to talk about her maybe even being a love interest of Brayden, which actually could fit. This would not be wild at all, okay? If Elisa Marie is a freshman, because she probably is not any more than 2 years younger than Tariq, 3 years max, so it's perfect. Tariq is currently 20, okay? Even if they give us a time skip, Tariq could be 21 going on 22. Maybe he had to make up some time because he had to miss time out of school for whatever reason, okay? They can still all meet each other around the same time because Elisa Marie is no more than 3 years younger than Tariq and Brayden, but probably only 2. Probably only 2, okay? All these introductions would be better than her directly going after Tariq because that's for bad TV. That's something that most people would expect. They have to give us something else to sink our teeth into, okay? The angle Elisa Marie can take to get back at Tariq as part of a larger plan, she may just go for Tariq, since she may choose to blame Tariq for Proctor's death, understanding at an older age now that, okay, my father died because Tariq is the person who opened the door for my father to be killed. He took me and he kept me away from my dad in order for Tommy to do whatever he did, right? Initially, we're going to speak on how Elisa Marie comes into the story and how all of this plot develops as we further get into the Brayden plotline, which I feel like will be the biggest way and the strongest way where they can tie everyone in together. And when I mean tie everyone in together, I mean she could fall for Brayden, Brayden falls for her. There's conflict because Tariq is going to be like, we can't trust the bitch. You got to get rid of her. That gives us a similar situation to the Tommy and Holly debacle with Ghost. And then you have Tommy in the background who Elisa Marie may want to kill, may not want to kill, but then that gives us an extra reason for Tommy to run into Elisa Marie again, deal with Tariq, and also to bring Brayden into the fold and have everyone together, right? Because Elisa Marie will definitely be smart. She could also become a competitor within the online drug game. Now, this is what we're talking about with Course Perfect and everything. Just because Effie can make something like Course Perfect, that does not mean someone like Elisa Marie or someone else in the Ivy League school can't do it as well, right? This will initially hurt Tariq's pockets, forcing Tariq to come out, so an attempt can be made on Tariq's life. Even if Elisa Marie attends a different school now, she will likely be in the same situation as Brayden was, where she wants to make her own money and set a name for herself apart from the mob, okay? She could end up locking down whatever other school Tariq and his team have already been eating off of through Course Perfect, right? This will hurt Tariq's pockets, like I said, even before they know who Elisa Marie is, okay? They won't even know Elisa Marie is there, and she could still be a freshman just getting there her first year, and within months, she turning up because she's smart. And she also have access to the money and probably the product to get these things done. Tariq, being a guy in the man's world, in the man's sport, will assume there is some guy messing up his business in whatever school it was, right? And he will initially send Brayden to deal with him. Only for Brayden to find out that Elisa Marie is the leader of the business. Because Brayden has a soft spot for women, we all know he's a simp. We also know that the woman who played the character of Elisa Marie, she is grown now and she is, of course, very beautiful. right? He would offer to do business with her on behalf of Tariq, thus bringing her into the story without him even knowing Tariq and Elisa Marie's history. So we can have that oh shit moment when they enter the same room, right? We know that Brayden, even though he messes up, even though he's on drugs right now, he still has a smart mind for the business. He will think it's smarter he will see the value in Elisa Marie not only being his woman in the future, but also her being alive and the fact that she can contribute to the business, making their business bigger. He will see an angle where his team can benefit from her and whatever team she got can benefit from them, and they can all bring it together. That's how he will view it before he introduces Elisa Marie to Tariq and they find out that they are now back in each other's lives, right? They're destined to deal with each other again, right? And the plot against Tariq could start from there. Maybe even with Brayden and Elisa Marie falling for each other, like I said, with Brayden becoming her first lover. This is what I'm predicting. I'm predicting that Elisa Marie will lose her virginity to Brayden as well. And Elisa Marie will be the woman who actually stays with Brayden, because when you think about it and everything that's going on, and you think about both of their backgrounds, when you think about the 3 previous women that Brayden had, when you consider who Elisa Marie will become as a character or can become as a character, she kind of is the perfect fit for Brayden, okay? And thus, Brayden will get closer to Dolores and the mob as they see that Brayden is serious about her, and he'll catch a couple bodies for her and protect her, right? He can later be offered a chance to join the mob as a new family member, okay? And of course, in order to add on to the drama, they will say, you gotta kill Tariq, or you gotta kill Tommy. Help us find out where Tommy is at. One or the other. We need one or the other. He will likely say, I'll give y'all Tommy because I don't know Tommy, but y'all can't have Tariq. Some variation of that, right? Elisa Marie could also just decide that she wants both Tommy and Tariq to die. And that ultimately, I want to be a mob boss one day. I want to be my own boss. They're not going to take me serious unless I get this done. With her playing nice with Tariq until she can get the chance to find out where Tommy is, and then we'll orchestrate a plan to kill them both together. Let's talk about the other plot twist that can come from this, all right? Elisa Marie just may grow to like Tariq, understanding Tariq was a kid and never wanted Joe Proctor dead, but he did owe Tommy a favor and couldn't refuse. Ultimately, with her deciding that, okay, you didn't intend on having my father killed, you didn't necessarily want my father killed, we were both just kids wrapped up in this. You were older than me, but we were both just kids, okay? Also, Dolores or another powerful person in the mob may want Tariq and Tommy dead in revenge for Joe Proctor, of course, but Elisa Marie chooses to save them at the first initially agreeing to get them dead and gone, okay? Elisa Marie could choose to let Tariq live because Brayden will request it and because they are in love. And then she would just go after Tommy in the future, and we may see this thing where behind the scenes, behind Tariq's back, Brayden and Elisa Marie are planning to deal with Tommy, and Tariq is just not knowing. Now, of course, the secret will get out in the future, but if we go a couple seasons with that being a behind Tariq's back plot twist, that will be good TV, okay? That will be good TV. Now, one thing I want to say as I end this video is that it's hard to tell if Elisa Marie will be around for the entire series as an ally to Tariq all the way to the end and a permanent guest, because Tariq still played a part in her father's death. So right now, I think that Elisa Marie could be around for 2-3 seasons, and then something may happen. She could end up leaving Brayden, going somewhere else. She could end up dying. I wouldn't want to see her die. I think that if the character who played her has the time to do it and they really want to fully flesh out her character and really develop, they can really make this thing a real thing, especially since we know Tommy only has one more season in Chicago and he's going somewhere else. We also know Tariq is going to have a spinoff. There's a lot of things they can do, and they can ultimately have Tommy die by the hands of Elisa Marie, right? We can even, I believe it would be fitting for Tommy to die by the hands of Elisa Marie, with Tommy totally repenting and accepting it and going out like a gangster, looking Elisa Marie in the eye and saying, go ahead and do it. I owe you this, or some shit like that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's God gifted. That's touched by an angel. That's on the dome, nigga.